Okay, so I've been seeing people on TikTok making these video essay recommendation slideshows, and they're a little bit frustrating because it's always just a cavalcade of 1 million views, 10 million views, 400,000 views, and like, listen, Super Eye Patch Wolf's Garfield essay is great, but it has like 7.5 million views. People have probably already seen it. Anyway, here's some recommendations for video essays that are really interesting, which you have probably not already seen half a dozen times. Heavy Eyed makes excellent and thoughtful essays about all kinds of video games, but their essay about crime and humanity in Yakuza might be my favorite work they've ever done. It is a serious examination of how the Yakuza series humanizes its criminal characters, intercut with deeply incisive personal observations drawn from the essayist's own life that really lends some gravitas to what they're talking about. Laura Crone has a small essay channel focusing on movies and theater, and her video, I Watched All of the Swan Princess sequels, seems like just a typical list retrospective, but in the middle of it, it has a truly outstanding section seriously breaking down the weird evangelical Christian propaganda that has snuck into the legacy of that franchise. It swept me off my feet the first time I watched it, and you should really check it out too. On the channel Let's Talk About Stuff, Sarah Zedek talks about stuff. She's a worker in the film industry, and her essay about Knives Out, The Simple Art of Trolling Everyone, examines that movie from a place of competence, experience, and passion for the little things that I just find infectious. It gave me a whole new perspective on that film. Pim's Crypt is a Swedish YouTuber who primarily does videos about horror media, and they're so good that I watch them even though I don't really like horror. Their essay on the resurgence of PS1 era aesthetics for horror games, older looking horror games are scarier, is a great place to start watching them, and you should. Sophie from Mars is one of my all-time favorite essayists, and her essay about conspiracy theories on the political left is a must-watch. But my favorite work she's ever done is her Resimania series, examining the themes, game designs, and politics of the games in the Resident Evil series. If you want to think critically about Resident Evil, this is the place to start. Transparency is a channel run by a couple of women from Sweden who do really thorough examinations primarily of video games, but just of media in general. They always have interesting perspectives, and full disclosure, I've provided voices for a few of their videos, so I'm biased, but their essay on the game Tearaway for PS Vita was a genuinely amazing examination of a game that I always thought of as just a fancy tech demo. They really turned me around on that one. If you're not watching What's So Great About That, then you're honestly not really watching video essays. Grace's videos are just some of the most fun and thoughtful media criticism you can find on the internet, but their essay on The Last Unicorn absolutely stuck to my mind and has never left me. Why must you always speak in riddles? You should go watch it. And finally, let me recommend you Aronok. Once again, I provided a voice for this video, so I'm definitely biased, but Queer Relativity is a masterpiece of an essay, examining what it means to rediscover your identity and find yourself, and all the ways that time can seem to compress and distort around our moments of self-actualization.